I'm doing this video today to do a bow to stern rundown of my new Wilderness Systems ATAK 140. I picked this boat up about 2 weeks ago from Delaware Paddlesports, and before I made the video I went to get out, give it a shot on the water, because I really never have paddled one. And so I've been out 2 times, and one time it was pretty rough conditions, blowing about 15 miles an hour, 20 to 25 gust, and there was whitecaps rolling down the lake. And the other time was a fairly calm day like today, and both times the boat handled awesome. I don't know how else to describe it. I was very surprised how a 14-foot kayak could handle in windy conditions and calm conditions. When I was out and it was very windy, I paddled around the lake, no problems with the small 1 foot, 1.5 foot waves rolling down. Went right through them. I was able to maneuver around, stop when I needed to stop, kind of get around trees. About midday, we were fishing in the Mid-Atlantic Kayak Bass Fishing Tournament. It was the season finale. So midday, a buddy of mine and we picked up, we moved to another pond. I was a little leery about going into the pond because it was a very small pond, but it had a lot of cypress trees, and I wasn't really sure how a 14-foot boat was going to handle in 15 to 25 mile an hour wind gust, and me not snapping a tip of my rods that are hanging off the back. Got out on the water, and the boat handled great. I had no problem. I was able to go in and out of those cypress trees. I was able to go in the little tiny valleys that they create, fishing, catching fish, and underneath of the cypress knees, and had no issues. Never got stuck on a knee, never got stuck ever. Paddled around, finished the day, caught my fish, and everything was great. So this kayak, if you're questioning a 14-foot kayak, I've always had 10, 12, 13 footers, handled great. But stepping up to a 14-foot, I was just, wondering how it would handle, and I have no problem being out in it. I took it out on the river last weekend. I got up the river, no issues. Floated down, fish, caught my fish, and the 14-foot should not even play a factor. The design of the boat, the features that come on the boat are hands down the best thing on the market right now. I have yet to use a kayak as nice as this. So that's enough talking about it. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little rundown of everything on the boat and what I like about the boat. Alright guys, so here is my new kayak. Delaware Paddlesports had about every color you could imagine in it, and I picked up the sonar color, which I kind of like the black and the green features. It was one that stood out to me, to the best to me, and so I'm going to show you a little bit about what I like about it and some of these features. Right here we have the handle, very easy to grab, can just kind of pick up with it, plenty of room underneath for easy carrying and putting into the truck. One of the things I really liked and has already come and used for me is this paddle strap. When I want to stand up, or if I want to just kind of set my paddle down and fish a little bit, I just slide it right on around, sits underneath of there, and no issues, kind of keeps it in place. Don't have to worry about it falling off, floating down river, or whatever I'm doing. So these little latches here, you can pretty much pick up put some bungees on there, do whatever you want, kind of one of them things, do whatever you want. The thing is about this kayak, what I have noticed is there's so many little features built in. I'm still finding new things, and honestly I probably won't be able to cover all of them in this video, just because I don't even know where all of them are. So this boat comes stock with many of features that I have yet to figure out all of them. One of the things that really sold me a lot, talking to the guys that had them all, are these latches right here. I wasn't sure if this was actually a dry area or if it was just somewhere I can throw some extra tackle. And when you pick this up and you put these scupper plugs in, this little section right here stays completely dry. I have yet to have a drop of water come in here. Now, I wouldn't go throwing my phone in here just in case something ever did happen, or you get something that pushes one of these plugs up and kind of knocks it out of place. But as far as like keeping some my jacket if it gets too warm out there. I just throw it right in here. I don't have to worry about it getting wet or soaked. And I can keep things, you know, like my Visicarbon Pro goes right up, no problem. Keeps it dry in here. So I really was sold on this feature. It was pretty nice, and I really liked that. So the second thing that absolutely sold me on this kayak is the pod. I was able to put this together in about an hour. I went to West Marine, got a few parts, threw on my transducer, got my batteries in, and this thing just slides right on in. When I'm out on the water, if I'm out on the rivers, I don't use these because I don't want any rocks busting up. So if something hits it, it kind of just pops it up rather than strapping it down and breaking my transducer. If I'm out on the main lakes, I strap it down just in case if anything ever happened, and it's no problem. Threw the Lowrance on there, fairly simple, works great. Never have to take my batteries out of it. I charge everything right out of here. This right here is probably the best feature that any kayak I've ever had has. Of course, you got your pedals. They slide up and down pretty easy, no problem. The other feature that I was really liking about this boat is they already come with the gear tracks pretty much all the way down the boat and on everything. So you can just basically throw whatever you want on here. You don't have to worry about buying extra stuff. You don't have to worry about drilling into your kayak. It's already done for you, and everything is very simple and in place. You got a cup holder, throw some pliers in there. You know, you can see some of my baits are already in there. It's a great feature there. And one of the great things about this as well is it comes stock with the Conceal Pads. They're already pre-cut for this boat. All you have to do is wipe it down and peel it and stick it on there. It's great for when you drop something down. You know, it takes away a lot of the noise and the banging of your kayak, or the banging of pliers dropping on my plastic and scaring fish away. It's probably the coolest, one of the cooler things they put on here. You know, doesn't come stock with any kayak that I know of. The other thing comes stock with the Promax Seat. Goes right on the gear tracks, slides up and down. I have it a little tight right now. Slides up and down. You can flip the seat around. Only got one hand here. You can flip the seat around, move it left or right. You know, I like it in the higher position. I tried it out on the water last weekend just to test it out and see how easy it was to do this out on the water. And I'm not a small guy, and I had absolutely no problem flipping that seat around on the water last weekend. One of the other features that comes stock on here, didn't have to buy, is this little bungee cord. I always have my plug knocker here. Saves me lots of money, but I wasn't sure where I was going to be able to put it. And this little feature comes on the gear track, bungee cord, straps it in. I don't have to worry about it until I need it. The back area, as you can see, comes with the bungees. I put my black pack back here. I do like to put the golf balls in here just because I don't want any water getting in here, and then I have water in my boxes, and you know, that becomes a real pain having to dry my boxes out. Doesn't happen often, but you know, if you get a couple waves that come up through or anything like that through a scupper, that water kind of sits in the black pack if it does get in there. So you have the bungee cords, just strap them right up to the black pack, holds it in place, no issues. Here you have, again, some more gear tracks. I put my Visicarbon Pro on here, so I have my flag up so when the boats can see me out there. This is all stock. I haven't put anything on here besides what has come from the factory. You got this little latch here that you can put up. Some people put some rods in there. I don't. My rods don't have to go in there, but you have the room. You already have the pre-cut styrofoam. You can just slide them in, slide them underneath the deck, and you're good to go. And the last thing you have another handle back here, along with a bunch of features pre-cut out right here for like a rudder, or maybe, you know, your Torpedo, whatever it is. Everything is all ready to go. You just have to put it on there. Again, this is the best kayak that I have ever fished out of, and honestly, I wouldn't own anything else but an ATAK 140 right now.